Right, so now you're going to want to join this whole rug to the horse to make sure it moves with the horse and there's no problems. Hope this looks okay. It is what it is. Anyway, so make sure you're in object mode, select your mesh, go to file, go to append. I'm gonna put this up in my tutorials on my website. This is going to be a blend file called joint whole body. You're going to want to go. I'm going to go to my downloads and just show you the process. I go back one, up one. There we go. Up again. So you want your joint whole body blend file. Open that. Go to object. Go to Sims 4 Studio Mesh _1. Link append. Now you're going to want to make sure nothing is selected. So press A to deselect everything. So why are there like two rigs? I'm not going to question that. Like, okay. So make sure you've deselected my word. And everything just stops selecting. So select the studio, because it will open up the same mesh that we started with, although it'd be called 1.001 or whichever, because this is now the secondary one. So we're going to click on that one, hold shift, click on the top one, your mesh or rug mesh that you just made. So now both should be selected. Obviously, make sure they're both selected. The rug is going to have a, I don't know if you can see it, like a lighter orange color selection. This is going to have a darker selection. So from here, we go to do what, dearest? Yeah, the order you select them in is apparently important as well. So make sure you definitely select your appended mesh before you select your actual mesh. Okay. Okay, now we want to switch from object mode to weight paint, and it should look like something like this. Yeah. So we press transfer weight. Sorry, I'm listening to what he's saying. I'm trying to get it. Group all. Method nearest vertex. Replace all. If you select your mesh, and it should show that all of it's jointed properly and weighted properly. So this is it now showing up all together. And then what do? We stay on weight paint and we delete the mesh we appended. So press X and it will ask if you're sure. Go yes. Click back on. We're still in weight paint mode. And then what? Clean. Press clean on the left hand side. Select all groups under subset. Yep. Keep. And then press keep single. And according to him, this should clear up any vertex groups that are empty. And then we're all done on that part. So now we can save our file. I don't know why there's a secondary rig. Am I losing my mind? I think I'm losing my mind. Okay. I don't want pose mode. Okay, so now we're going to save as, rug to be jointed, and then we're going to highlight that is jointed, and then save. Now, the one thing that we definitely need to do is make sure that we export our UV map. Now, just a fun fact, The Sims is really, 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 really frustrating with their UV mapping. So you have to make sure that you are viewing one of these maps whilst you're also looking at this. Only because it then pre-generates the exact size of their UV map, so it makes it easier to paint. Now we're going to go to UVs, export UV layout, and we're going to call it rug UV map. Now if everything has gone as expected, we should then be able to open up our Sims 4 Studio. Go to your project, open up your rug again when it loads. Now we're going to go to meshes, go to LOD0, and we're going to import mesh, and we're going to import every single one of our meshes into our mesh into every single one of these LODs. It will take a while. See, our horse is naked because, you know, there is no whatchamacallit, UV texture, which is fine. That is all okay. It's not the end of the world. Although it is going to be looking very funky when we slap our UV texture on. Anytime today. Anytime today. So we're going to keep doing this. Once we've imported all of our level of detail meshes, we're going back to 0 and we're going to go to the texture, diffuse, import our rug UV map. And according to us, that should have worked. I really love technology. UVs, export, rug, yes. I think you have to have it selected. Maybe that's where I went wrong. Yep, you have to have it selected. Don't worry, guys. Panic is over. Okay. So if it all went well, it should look something much like this. Which is fine. It's looking pretty funky, to be fair. Now, you can use whatever oh god, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of stuff. Rug assets. Okay. So you can use whatever you want to edit. I like using this program. This is a program I like to use. So I'm going to select the outside. This is called Autodesk Sketchbook for anybody who wants to know. We're going to make sure that our UV map is working how it should. So I'm just going to paint my areas. It's going to look atrocious, I know. Oh my word, I don't want to overlap it. I'm going to add a new layer, make a layer underneath, and then just paint it blue, just so it's not see-through. And to make sure that these work, I'm going to paint this yellow. Although I have a feeling I'm going to have to select, because I don't know why it got rid of whatever's going on here, so I'll just select this. Go back to painting. Perfect. Now, we're going to save as. We're going to PNG. We're going to for rug UV map 01. Save that. Go back to our Sims 4 Studio. Import our rug. And that is looking pretty fancy. I suggest we go and see how this is looking in game. Make sure that, you know, it's looking how it should. And if you go to your